Hello everyone, how very good of you to join and welcome back. Take a cup of coffee or tea, sit back, relax and enjoy as we continue onwards with mass upgrading. Of course, how could it be any different? With all the upgrades in the last episode to our economy, it's time to once again upgrade our population. For this we have several options. I would really not like to go into engineers right now because we already have 1,000 engineers. So in this case here, we're just humpy-dumpily going in and upgrade some additional workers here. So I want to reduce that population here now quite a bit, significantly you might say, so that we open up more artisans here to the juices that we provide, like for example tea, as of the last episode as well. We got plenty of reserves here to push production up higher if a higher demand is there. The same goes to the sewing machines, the same goes with the canned food. Basically, bombins is something that I don't have yet. So this might be a new production that we can focus on in this episode as well, amongst other things. I'm really constantly out of timber at this point. This is a bit annoying. So this is something we should also start tackling again. For this, I would like to, first of all, have another timber production up here. In total though, this of course is also just temporary, because this whole district is temporary. Because with the commute up here, I would like to start moving these industries now over to Sinclair then as well, right? Because we really don't want to have them here in New London anymore, long-term wise. In Sinclair, in the meantime, we have now powered our district over here. There's plenty of room for improvements here, right? So there's plenty of more space. This whole area can be powered with the coal plant. By the way, I would like to know how much coal do we consume with this single power plant? It's 3 tons. So this is significant, honestly. 3 tons with just one power plant. Gotta be careful there, right? I can't overdo this. Perhaps one more maximum. There's no way for us to boost this as well. So no, work conditions, no trade union would affect this. So one really should maximize our yields. There's another thing I would like to do now, and that is remodeling my harbor area here, redesigning it in New London. It's chaotic, look at that. There's so many ships coming in and out of this harbor, and there's productions that have no place here anymore. How much fish do we consume right now? Yeah, it's 16 tons. That's not little though, right? So we do need a lot of fish. For this reason, we would have potentially this harbor area available here. I do have the influence, so can we build? Yes, we can build a flamethrower. I would like to do this as well, right over here with a bit of influence. Now what we can do is we can move the fisheries. So there's the 6, and that's actually all that we need. We can actually build them right away. Can I squeeze in another one here? Perfect, so I don't need that one. And with that, we have this production going. Are they boosted? Oh yeah, we're boosting them quite a bit too. Yes, let's get rid of this boost. It's a lot of unhappiness. It was 10. A penalty of 10. That's incredible. How did I allow this? I have no idea. With that out of the way, I'm probably gonna add, let's just see. Let's make it like this. So I should be able to build me a road here. There you go. Nice. Another 3. Let's make it another 4 here, right? With a warehouse as well. Making sure that we get everything in. This is a lot of additional fish now. Let's get rid of them to also counter that we are no longer boosting them, right? Getting rid of them, we still have now a nice, comfortable surplus of 4 tons. And whoosh, we have a lot of space again in the harbor area. Another thing that doesn't really fit here is the shipyard. I'm gonna move this also to my industrial center. The cool thing about this one, it doesn't really need a road connection. And it doesn't need any electricity, right? So in this case, having this one over here is fine. Though with electricity, of course, we could speed up ship production. Not bad at all, considering all things. So perhaps, there's no room anymore. Sorry, I can't make it work. There is no electricity over there possible anymore. So for this, we will need just another power plant then at some point. If I really want to speed up my shipbuilding, that is. Now, we still have the depots. We can also now quickly move them over somewhere. Plenty of room here, right? We can even block the docks. Look at that. It's possible. No penalty. No penalty asked. Let's take these 4 and move them over here. Perhaps we can squeeze them in here. For that, actually, the fishermen do complain. Okay, there's Vabon. One of my smaller islands that is producing my wood. While we're here, the nice attention grabbing, because I can go ahead and place me a few more sawmills, right? Together with We built them all? We have built them all. I totally forgot about this island, by the way, in the meantime. It's been a while. And it has some good resources. So we can add another 2 here with 100%. Right? And in that case, that's a really, really good plank production. I think that's my plank trader. Yes, that's my plank trader. For Vabon. Super juicy island now that I look at it. We should definitely protect this one. Just one ship of Archer could be enough. With that out of the way, let's also move our Grand Trading Post. Immediately connected again, because otherwise the city or the whole island would not function. This trading post always needs to have its connection. Right? And probably could also move this one. Put it over now. Because I would like to focus on this area for now. So there's my docks, right? And we want to have those docks now moved. Holy cow, really, there's a bit more space over here, but this is undefended, right? But it's just a bit of storage, so if it gets hit, then, well, that's that. That we have a bit of space now here finally, so we can work on something, right? Like, for example, having another export office. We're gonna go with 2 more here, right? So can I blueprint one? I cannot even blueprint one if I'm out of the limit. That's a pity. We can have a harbor master office though instead. We're gonna need one anyway, right? You also need to have the loading wharfs here. As the volume goes up, you definitely want to have these going. So we're gonna have then something like that going down here. Like 2 of them for now could work out nicely. Probably gonna need to move the whole thing a bit further into the ocean, which is fine because we can always just make the connection work here, right? And on the other side, we also have then those depots, or there it is, the depot without the blocking, right? Because it's strange that the depots need a blocking in the base version. So I'm gonna use the modded version here to make it possible to not use this at all. And with that, we can do the same thing on the other side here, so that we have like 4 wings going out, right? So we are increasing the size of the whole thing here now a bit, like so. It's gonna adjust once we build it then, right? And with that, we can then also safely add these piers now here in the center, and we're gonna move them gradually outside once we need that. Right now, I'm happy that we have another pier now for my ships, right? We could also have them here. I think this would fit better, honestly, for now. And I'm gonna build me another one here, right? Export office, and then definitely some storages, even though it's really expensive getting those storages done. Alright, and then we're making some connections here. And for the docklands, I really would like to keep this as symmetrical as possible. And here it will then also merge together. Again, once we build it, the blueprints don't merge, right? So they just look out of place right now. I'm not building all of them because that's too expensive. But it's increasing my storage now to 700 tons on this island. So that's at least something. And yeah, we have 2 more landing spots. What we still need here is also another repair crane. We have one over there. So I'm going to add another one now somewhere here in the center. Could even have those 2 there so that it looks a bit symmetrical. And then build me one of them here so that my trade ships get repaired. With that, let's also have the flamethrowers moved a bit further over here. And then we still have that area. Once again, definitely repair crane. We have the docks here, the trading docks here, and then a bit of storage here that I'm probably gonna push like this to add some additional look of a harbor area then here as well. Right. So with that, 2 sides now that are gonna gradually merge then over time. 3 ships we have available, very good. We can use this then for sure. By the way, with that look, nah, let's not go ahead with the shipyard yet. With some additional materials, I would really like to also start now pushing more artisans over here. So we're gonna build a second artisan area now into this, but it's really expensive, as you can see. So I'm not gonna be able to push it all at once. And for this, we'll also need then a nice proper service area here. So the main thing here would be, of course, a theater that all of these people here enjoy. So what we can do is we can move these guys here away right now. Probably over there, right, to have some room again available here for the theater. Then we have something here, and of course at some point we will need a university too, but that's really far in the distance here right now. Sorry, Beryl, I'm not able to do this quest. We had so many other things to get going right now. Yeah, in Sinclair, some materials are in, because we have still stuff to do here. So right now, let's just check it out. We do have 8 sausage factories working for us right now, right? So that we have a total amount of 12 sausage, 11 sausage. With Sinclair, it's a total amount of 12, right? 4 sausage. Now there's a new building we can use. Hooray! First of all, the main pig production is already in Sinclair, right? We do have then here the ability to add more silos. These are consuming then the grain. How's my grain looking, by the way? It's not so great ever since we electrified it. Probably need a bit more. Is it because we are lacking the ramps? Oh, not really. I just need to add more, honestly. And we're gonna, of course, also push them right away with silos then as well. Which is the most important thing here. Number 1, and this is then number 2. So also get the grain farm going. That's another 2 grain farms. Both of them are also gonna have then their silos again. So this is something we always want to push at this point. The same applies then for my pig farms, of course. Now there's a new building, as I said. It's over there, industrial complex for the Jacob industrial cities that we have. And this is pretty revolutionary because this is now every production that we have so far, like sausage, schnapps, bread, beer, soap, and it's producing 2 times by default already, right? So 2 times more than the default version. With electricity, it's producing 4 tons per minute. You save a lot of space. However, it's not cheating because they require more workforce. The basic slaughterhouse requires 50 workers, for example, and we have the slaughterhouse here that costs 90 workers, right? So in case it's a bit better, but it's not really a massive improvement. What's the improvement here is space. So you don't need to plaster 4 sausage houses anymore. 1 building is fine for this, right? And of course, we want to make sure that it's electrified. We have a few bricks, so I could... I'm going in and, yeah, upgrade these bricks here right away. By the way, that police station we should really build. And this just expands my capacity here now. The same also applies for my industrial flour mill that we can have here. Does it cost... Yeah, it's quite expensive actually when you build it, right? So construction material wise, it's really expensive. Let's start with the first slaughterhouses. Probably here. That's 2. So this is a production of 8 tons, of 12 tons. And we're gonna make 1 more. And with... Ooh, they're actually, you know, merging together as well into something. And this is now production of 16 sausages. I'm gonna make a road around that. This is a lot of sausage. So this is basically supplying now Sinclair and New London at the same time. Especially when you electrify the buggers, right? Then it's really pushing. So this is what I would like to have. But holy cow, it needs a lot of materials. Entirely modded. Also new assets. Beautiful in general. I love it. And with that, Sinclair's turning into a real industrial powerhouse for us. With all of this going here. It's probably not gonna have enough pigs for this though. Okay, window production is also something I need to tackle. We're constantly out of that. This is then once again something that consumes quartz. So I will need to have another sand mine somewhere here. I can't do that. Just merge this. There you go. Right, and am I boosting them? Let's do this because it's barely adding any unhappiness. I'm gonna get rid of the slaughterhouse boost now. Because we are gonna move the slaughterhouses anyway. So this in turn gives me lots of happiness, by the way. Got quite a content population there right now. Now with that out of the way, the sand is rolling, the glass is rolling. We can push more window makers. So wait a second, they're being electrified anyway. So we don't need to do this. Let's have 1 more. I don't want to overdo it here because this is also... you know what? Let's not be a downer here. I'm gonna build me both of them. They're almost all electrified. This version here is not electrified. Nothing I can do about this, unfortunately, right now, except moving it a bit further here. This would work. Now it's electrified, right? Yeah, let's keep it for now. I want to get the windows rolling. Upgrade this warehouse there too. Let's move the warehouse in. Looks a bit cleaner with that. Right, and this moves over here. And with that, we have a total window production of 8 tons per minute once this functions. And this sounds more like it, more like something we can work with. Now, I was also talking about the bombins earlier that we're gonna need for New London. And the bombins right now have a demand of not even a ton. So it's not that much you need, but you also need bombins in Manola at some point. There it is, 3 tons. So right now we could safely say 4 tons and we double that to 8 tons. It's a relatively cheap production as well, so it's not like we're losing that much. The cool thing is we already have both base versions available in Manola already. That is the cotton. We just probably will need to expand it a bit further, because right now we're having it in line with the cotton mill for the fur coats. So we're gonna go in and we're just gonna get me a few more of these rolling.
Stand aside, Bo.
Like here. Let's just check it out how much we need. Probably gonna work with 4 right now. 4 additional ones. So this is another one. And then we have another one over here. There you go. And I'm gonna add, that's my cotton mill. Also my cotton mills. Gonna use 2 more cotton mills here. That's 4 more tons of cotton fabric. And then we need to use something for the alpaca farm now. We don't have a felt producer yet, but we need more alpaca farms. I'm gonna go in and just build me 4 more, 5 more to have a bit of a surplus there too. And now we need this new production. That's gonna be then over here. By the way, is that my bombin weaver already? Yes, it is. I've already built it earlier. Let's have 2 of them going right away. So they're producing now the felts, they're producing the cotton fabrics, and it culminates into 2 of my bombin weavers here, right? The main thing here is that I'm gonna actually pause this one for my obreros right now, because you basically get no bonus out of that, right? It's 2 coin per building. Combine that or compare that to the 60 coin per building you get in the old world for this. So it's way more worth it over there. We just will need it later for upgrading my bros than to artistas. But right now, let's just go with the base version here. So this is way more than what we need anyway, right? We can have them here now. And basically need a new trade route. Trade routes Manola. I will need to create a new one. Let's go ahead with this. And this is now basically starting then consumer products deliveries, right? So I could even name it like that. And this is getting the bombins over. Need a trade route for this. Industrious is starting now in New London and coming in, taking deliveries. Very good. Let's actually pause the bombins for now. I want to activate it myself manually. This feels much better than the normal artisans don't need it. Lifestyle need?
An explosion.
Also not. Alright.
No
props. Oh. This is rare, but it happened. We have a fire station here. I'm gonna build another one anyway in Mazapa, where we have our rum production flowing. Alright, so far so good. We have some building materials in again. I would like to continue with upgrading more people to artisans over here. And here. And here. Way too many workers at the moment, so that's important. Bear in mind, they don't have the variety theatre, so the more artisans I have here, the higher the need I will have to build a theatre soon, which is once again very costly. Alright, back in Sinclair, we have the building materials rolling in for all of these high volume products now that we're having. Because of course, we have the one for the sausage. There's also the one for the soap. That is something. It's once again twice as much. So my total demand of soap right now is 5 tons. It's nothing in comparison, right? We are exporting some soap, of course. So this will be something that we need to tackle. Do we really need to have the soap trader going? I don't think so, right? We're making so much money out of taxes that the trade ship income is just laughable in comparison. So I don't think we're gonna need to export that much more soap, even though we could still make Sinclair the starting point for this, right? But let's just check it out. We do need, it's electrified once again. So in theory, 2 of them would be enough already, right? Way more enough. So let's go ahead with 3. This is already way more than what you need, really. They're electrified. And with that, we can go ahead and also say, holy cow, like this is producing 4 tons. Electrified is producing 8 tons of soap, just one building. Right, so this is already a total production of 16 tons of soap. I wonder if my warehouses can handle this pressure. So I'm gonna have a warehouse right here, because that's already a lot of soap that we're pushing now with just these few buildings here. Loving that. Building it is quite expensive though, right? Building that costs me a lot of windows and bricks especially. Can we build them? Yes, we can. Perfect. Let's also upgrade this version here right away. Lots of soap that will push now. That, of course, already means that I don't need this whole area anymore, right? Because these few buildings were already enough to counter this whole area. Incredible. Beautiful math right there. Beautiful mod, right? These few buildings here. It's enough. Yeah. We have not enough surplus though, or not enough stock. So we do have a trade route already running. It will be a high volume trade route for sure. So this one here, we can now officially delete, right? This was the soap trader to Eli. I don't need this any longer. What we're gonna do instead... we have the pigs rolling still. I also don't need this one anymore. It's still getting the fertilizers though. Instead, we're gonna say now, pick up the sausage in Sinclair and pick up the soap in Sinclair. And it's a royal galleon, so it can take 100 tons for each slot. So that's 200 tons that we can already deliver now back and forth. In New London, it picks up the fertilizers and gets them back to Sinclair. So basically, we're feeding New London so that we get the poop out, so that we can produce something in Sinclair to get the population feeded again. What a beautiful cycle of life. Love that. Perfect. In the Penguin, we still have some pigs left. There they are. We're gonna throw these poor souls out into the water. They don't need to be slaughtered. They can just drown. Or perhaps they can swim to the next shore right over there. Perhaps they survive it. What? I don't know. These 40 tons of pigs are in crates. Sorry. Sorry for that. At least they're not getting slaughtered. Now with that out of the way, did I overlook something? There's always something I'm overlooking. It's of course my pig production is not up to the task right now. That means what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna copy me this whole thing, because I just don't want to endlessly build silos, right? It's just not gonna work out for me. Let's copy. Can we copy this whole thing here? This one, right? With the silos already, but I'm not building them yet. And I'm just gonna copy this whole area. And look at that. We can make a nice straight road to my industry zone, which is not advisable, right? Because I don't want to have my pigs being delivered to the slaughterhouses. I want to have them delivered to the warehouse, so that we have this specialized. Let's get rid of the silos here for now, because otherwise they're getting built in addition, and then we're just building the pig farms now. All right, so there's enough room now for the silos then, and that's okay. Warehouse, and let's have this warehouse here though. This makes sense, right? Because it's delivering it to the warehouse, and the slaughterhouses take it from the warehouse. This is okay. Okay, this will add some more pigs again. So we still have a negative of 2. Grain is barely fine, so let's just add, let's make 2 more silos here. Oh, come on, there you go. This is enough pigs now. And about this, the grain farms, we're already pushing them. Let's push them to 50 now. And with that, we have definitely achieved surplus. I will, however, of course, also build me a police station here now. Everything is connected, right? Whenever you think you gain an advantage somewhere, there's always a payment for that. Like the police stations now. Let's go ahead with 2. And then we have a trade union here sitting. So I think it's also time soon that we use it. All of the stuff going on here. More fertilizers. How's my fertilizer storage looking right now? It's out, right? So I can't add more. We need to produce more dung first. Anyway, this is working. Trade route established. So I think for me, it's safe to really get rid of them now. This will add a lot of additional workforce again. Also attractiveness, because these are all polluting. These are all cause pollution, which we can't have. So let's get rid of that. Poof, poof. Off he goes. We're getting another attractiveness level. And way more important to me though is that we gain more space again. Space that we can use for more city expansion and whatnot. Right, so that's that. Beautiful. Next, I think this is working right now as it should be. Next would be some more upgrades again. That would be over here. this block. And probably this block. And this one. And variety theater, of course. I would really like to upgrade them to terraced artisans as well at some point soon. Let's go ahead and also place the variety theater. We can already build it, really. After all the upgrading we still have that money. Nice, gives me some happiness again for the artisans. And also some, some coin too. 6 coin per building. At least that's something. For city development, let's just have a look at this side. So there's a main road coming in right now. It's probably gonna merge with another main road coming from here. Oh, this is way too big though, so we're probably gonna make it like so. Alright, so this is the main road, and then we probably want to connect it here with this side of the city. So there's the main road going over then here with a bridge that leads then into, is this a main road? Not. So I'm gonna move people around a bit. The same goes with those people here. We can actually safely move those guys over here, and with that we have room for a nice main road over here now. Let's just have all of them fixed, and these guys here need a road. This is looking nasty. It might actually just be room for a new layout. There you go, with some nice trees in between. Why not? And this one goes then over here, where this main road probably ends somewhere then. Very good. With that, we have now also made a full connection around it to that bridge then as well, right? And in here we're gonna have then a nice skyline as well. Material wise, I would like to, there's some workers and more artisans here. Can we push? Oh, we can push more. Perfect. Great stuff. And with every building we upgrade, we also reduce the consumption for soap, bread, especially also for fish, work cloth. All of this is gone. But of course, sewing machines goes up, fur coats goes up, and canned food goes up. With sewing machines, I have no worries, right? So this is something that will just last. Canned food is fine. Fur coats is fine too, though it's closing in on that. And don't forget, we're selling fur coats too. So this reduces the profit, but we're getting more taxpayers out, so that's a positive thing. Also brings me back once again to my docklands, because we still need to think about something that we can use to import coal. It's my main problem right now, as we're very limited by that amount. I could really switch it around here with the fur coats, right? How much coal will we get out? That's a very good ratio indeed. So we could even tone it down here and use sewing machine now for something else as well, right? Because we can use it for two things, of course. And I could also say, get me some fur coats in, that we can sell them to Madame Kahina. Make another 100 tons, as we have plenty of surplus here to make this work. We're at 500 now, so halfway there to upgrade sewing machines and get even more out of it. Of course, what we still need to do here is getting more sewing machines done. Steel is not great, that's because the coal is unstable. In general, we have a good steel surplus though for another sewing machine. Totally worthable. And logs we're also getting in from another island. So let's build another sewing machine factory. With electricity producing 4 tons of sewing machines per minute. Lovely. Once again, urgently, we need a bit more poop. So let's get another toilet here, another toilet here, and then probably for these guys. Oh, we don't have enough buildings there. This is overlapping. It's absolutely not allowed to overlap, right? Here we can have another one. There you go. And let's build all of them, by the way. Can we not do this? Ah, we're lacking the timber again. Can't believe it. It's always the same. Another thing we can really start working now is also the post office, the post services. For this, however, we need aluminum, always. So there's no exception to this. So I need to start this production up. And of course, we can do this in Manola. I just need the bauxite here and then the aluminum smelter. The bauxite we have 7 times. So there is already one that I've reserved. This is producing 6 tons per minute. So that's quite a nice production for it. And this opens up then construction material number 4. Construction material number 6 that we have in total, right? That we need. So in that case, the bauxite, charcoal kiln, yeah, that's nasty.
Is under attack.
Oh, come on. This could also be nasty, as always. Yeah, Arthur, but I think he's just passing by. Yeah, he's just passing by, but once again, this is a warning shot for me to protect another island. S-Köping is not super important because it has only the fur. We can get the fur easily from another island, but of course we should still protect what is ours.
The people
Where is he going
celebrate your
anyway?
leadership.
He's going over there. There's nothing over there. Right. He's at war with Beryl too, by the way, so he's just stomping his way. Carl made sure that no one takes the island. No idea where he's going. This worries me a bit. Let's take some more bricks, some weapons, 50 tons of weapons to get 2 flamethrowers out. Because that should be the minimum defense that I have. That's 40 tons, 30 planks. We have everything out of this then here, right? Get this over quickly. He's coming back again. Now I'm really worried, right? I have no idea where they're going. Losing S-Köping is not the end of the world, but it would be a nuisance to us. Where is he going with those ships? I guess we're gonna find out in the next episode. Stay tuned.